In this exercise, we're going to survey a closed traverse. A traverse is a series of stations on the ground whose location are referenced to each other by distance and direction. In a closed traverse, like we're doing in this field exercise, the lines that join the stations form a closed polygon. Looking at the image on your screen, each of the dots are stations, and the lines between them have a distance and direction. We're going to pick one of the boxes that we can see here and complete a survey for each of the 4 corner stations. The process of today's lab is that we're going to set up a total station over each of the 4 corners and measure the interior angles and horizontal distances between each of those 4 stations. Our process is we'll start by setting up our total station over station D and sight a prism on station C. We'll zero set our horizontal rotation here and take a distance measurement. We'll then rotate our total station and sight a prism over station A. We'll read our horizontal rotation and take another distance measurement here. The next step is that we'll move our total station over to station A and set up prisms on station B and D. We'll repeat the process of zero setting our angle on station D and taking a distance measurement, and then rotating our total station towards station B, reading the horizontal rotation and taking another distance measurement. Finally, we'll repeat that process 2 more times. We'll move our total station over to station B and sight prisms on A and C, and then move to our total station to station C and sight prisms on B and A. At the end, we'll have measured the distance between each of the stations twice, and we'll have measured the interior angle at each of the stations.
We've set up our total station on station D6. You can record in your notes that we're doing traverse number 6, and you can also record the northing easting coordinates for D6 where we've set up our total station. It's important to note for this lab that we're only working with our horizontal. So we're working with our horizontal distance and horizontal rotation, and we're not looking at the vertical distance when we take each of our measurements, and that's because we're working on a horizontal plane. So again, we have our total station set up over D6, and we have a prism behind me here set up over C6. So we'll take a horizontal distance measurement to that prism and zero set our rotation on that prism. So we've sighted our total station on prism over C6, and now we want to zero set. So we go to angle mode, F1 for zero set, push yes, and again, our horizontal rotation is now at 0, and we want to take a distance measurement. So we go to our distance mode, and it automatically takes a measurement. So we can see our horizontal distance is 38.399, and you can record that in your sheet for the distance from D to C. So we've now sighted the total station on a prism set up over point A6, and we can see from that our horizontal rotation is 90 degrees, 0 minutes, 20 seconds. We can take a reading to see the distance, and our horizontal distance is 36.403 meters. And you can record that for the distance from D to A. So now our total station is set up over point A6 and sighted on a prism over D6. So we'll go to our angle mode and zero set our horizontal rotation, and then go back to our distance mode and take a horizontal distance reading, which is 38.395 meters. Is our horizontal distance from A to D. So now we've rotated our total station and sighted on a prism over B6. We can see our horizontal rotation is 91 degrees, 41 minutes, and 55 seconds. And we'll take a distance measurement, and our horizontal distance is 39.581 meters. So that's from A to B. So now we've set up our total station over B6, and I've sighted over our prism set up over A6. And so again, we're going to go to angle, and 0 set on that prism. So our horizontal rotation is 0, and now we'll take a distance measurement and collect our horizontal distance, which is 39.584 meters. So now I've sighted the total station at C6, a prism set up over C6. We can see our horizontal rotation is 86 degrees, 37 minutes, 55 seconds. We can push F1 to measure, take a measurement, and our horizontal distance from B6 to C6 is 39.570 meters. Now we've set up our total station over point C6, and we've sighted a prism over B6. We've already 0 set our angle. Now we'll take our distance measurement, and our distance from C to B is 39.583 meters. So now we've rotated our total station and sighted on a prism on D6. We can see our horizontal rotation is 91 degrees, 41 minutes, 30 seconds. And we'll take a horizontal distance reading, which is 38.398 meters.
So now we have all of the data collected for this lab. You can follow the steps posted to my Canvas to complete your assignment.